Right now, the Massachusetts House and Senate are busy working on the state's budget. We stopped in at the State House to talk to Representative Tom Calter to find out what sort of line items are on the table and what this process is like for our legislators.
Well, this is budget week for the 2017 fiscal year. We have a $39 billion budget, and during the week, and it's a long week, we start very early, we finish very late. And we take each section of the budget one part at a time. Public safety, public health, education, local aid. And if we don't agree with the budget items as stated, we get an opportunity to amend the budget and go into room 348 and make a compelling argument as to why the budget should be amended. So it's a period where we have to be on the ball, be ready to respond quickly, constant study, have to always be prepared to be called in a second's notice and defend one's position. So it's an important week. It's what we prepare for year-round to be on top of our game when we're here during this five-day period. For us in the House, it begins this week on Monday, and it continues through until it's done. In my 10 years up here, it has taken as short as 3 days and as long as 5 or 6 days. And we'll stay here till 10, 11 o'clock at night, every single night, until it's done. When we're done, our budget goes to the Senate. And in 2 weeks, they will do their budget. When there are differences between the two, those differences are resolved in what's called a conference committee. 3 members from the House, 3 members from the Senate. They come up with a single document. It comes back to the House and the Senate for an up or down vote. We cannot amend it at that point in time. When we have a single document, that document goes to the governor for his signature or veto. My priorities have remained the same all 10 years I've been up here. Education is a major priority for me, from special ed and pre-K right through higher education, higher public education. So that's taken a lot of my time this week. Our continued fight against the opiate epidemic has been a major priority for me, and I continue to focus on that. Law enforcement has always been of critical importance to me. Veterans have been of critical importance to me, and I've worked hard this year to make sure the per person allocation for the Council on Aging has been increased to $10. So it's been a good week. We're having success on most fronts. Even as we're doing this interview, they're calling us in for public health, and where I've got a major expenditure in there to clean up Montponset Pond in Halifax. So we'll have to cut it short because I've got to get in there. I can't miss that battle.